care if it's gonna take a while for all of us to come out with like a 101 story, but I thought it was just like small group of people. Next thing I know, that was the idea: people to share story and connect and invite one another to be vulnerable and connect with each other. And during this time especially, so that was the idea and that was the goal. So I never lost sight of that goal. And then after that, everything just snowballed. We had like 46 guests on total, and then we got comics flex coming into play, and we got guests that come on last minute, and then we have all these technical issue, and then everyone wants to do this and that, and it's just snowballing together. But I was like, that's okay as long as it all goes toward that one goal, and we have this deadline. We just need to meet it now. So that was it. It was, and everything else is add on.
That's very cool. All right. So now, so I'm going to ask you a few more questions, and then we'll get to the wonderful part where we draw stuff, and you're like, "Oh my God, so much easier." And now I'll ask you some. I'll probably talk. We'll probably talk off and on as we
Oh
do it,
yeah.
right? But what's your favorite thing to draw?
My favorite things to draw. It actually changes over time, but I always love drawing faces because when I draw, it's to pretty much get all these emotions out. Because for me, I don't write as much. I still don't think I'm a good writer, but I've started journaling here and there when I was down at the pits. But like drawing was just transcribing whatever I'm feeling, whatever emotion I couldn't show people onto the paper. And that was just between me and the paper, and that was my conversation to myself kind of thing. And so faces was always my thing to draw. Now that like things have changed a bit in my life, and I don't have as much as an angry expression anymore. I'm starting to step back and take a look at like the fundamentals and how to improve my art. So one of the things I've been drawing lately is just circle and squares. And I'll show you why later on.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought this little assignment I've been doing lately.
So that's cool. So explain the circle. Like what is like just a bunch of circles and squares?
So this started lately where after 101 till I had a chance to like talk and get advice from different people on what I can do to grow as an artist, because all this time I was just drawing out just my emotion. I wasn't just really drawing anything, or like really producing anything in my opinion. And so I got a chance to talk to one of the mentors, and they mentioned that you got to go back to the basic, you got to go back to the fundamentals, take a look at your drawing. Now take a circle or a square or a triangle, any shape, just using that one shape, tell a story with just that shape, tell a story with just a circle or a square. And that was my assignment, and I used that, and it's kind of like storytelling, and I use the circle to demonstrate like the feeling of the circle over time. So when a reader looks at the circle in certain panels, they can pick up on what that circle is feeling. So
Ah.
it's a storytelling, and a it has a lesson in it. In that little exercise there's a lesson in it, which is storytelling. Each picture has to tell a story, and it has to transcribe into the next panel where readers can follow. Now after drawing that out, I take that exercise and I put it next to my existing drawing, and I immediately see the difference in that. Okay, as a viewer, as an audience, you look at my drawing, you're missing out on so many details that I, as the artist, the creator of that one um, character, know about, but yet I didn't draw it on there. So, as the reader or a viewer, you're missing out on that detail. So, you're not getting the same message that I'm trying to put out. You're just seeing it as an image. So, it changed my mind completely.
Ah. So I'm gonna ask. Actually, I'm gonna ask two more. I'm sorry. You prompted another question, so I gotta ask this. What's your goal? Like, what do you want to do with what you've done?
What I want to do with my art, well, number one, right now, I am trying to improve it. In what ways? There's so many ways. Improving quality, improving my anatomies, improving, making sure the image tells the message that I want to produce over to the audience, not just leaving it to the audience to guess and whatnot. I want to make sure that my message across my artwork is clear. So that's my goal in terms of currently in art wise. In the long run, I'm still trying to figure out like I don't necessarily don't would want to be a full-time comic artist or anything like that. I see myself as an illustrator. I love illustrating, I love painting, and until I can really understand and see that as like a challenge, a fun thing to do every day, then I don't want to make it into a career because it takes away the fun and I don't want to do it.